this game, I can't single anyone out. I think it was an entire team effort that was outstanding. We asked them to be dominant. We asked them to embrace the conditions, embrace the physicality of the opponent, and I think we did that and more. It's hard for me to remember a performance away from home this dominant without getting a result.
Oh, my Lord. We now welcome in Taylor Twellman to discuss the United States men's national team and manager Gregg Berhalter's comments after a World Cup qualifying loss to Canada. This is Canada's first win over the United States in World Cup qualifying since 1980. Now, you know I love to do that soccer, and whenever I love to do that soccer, I'm going to you, Taylor. You just saw what he said. He used the word dominant despite getting shut out in a 2-0 loss. Can you provide to me any kind of explanation that would help this make sense?
Not really, Stephen A. Now, listen, you do this for a living. You create arguments around all kinds of topics within sports across a different variety of topics in that manner. And we can use stats for any argument that we want to try to help explain what we mean. However, when you use the word dominant, do you know what dominant is? Winning 2-0 at home. Keeping a shutout. That is not what you did. And so while you may have had more possession, while you may have had more forward passes and any analytical viewpoint that you want to use to support your viewpoint of dominant, the fact is you lost the game 2-0. And so from my point of view, Stephen A., I get supporting your players publicly. I have no problem with that, especially with your backs against the wall now and you still needing a result Wednesday night against Honduras. But you can't use the word dominant. You can't pull the wool over everyone's eyes and say we were dominant in this game when you just said it. Canada beat the United States for the first time in World Cup qualifying since 1980. I'm not using the word dominant, and Gregg Berhalter shouldn't. Now there's more pressure on him because he put the crosshairs on him using that word.
Well, that damn right should be more pressure on him. I'm looking at him with a raised eyebrow, and I barely know soccer. So I'm imagining everybody who knows soccer, such as yourself and others, are looking at him with a raised eyebrow. The fact that you would say dominant, I'm just looking at him right now. You got shut out 2-0 for crying out loud. I'm looking at him, and I'm saying to myself, why is he the coach of this team? Am I being a bit overzealous? Am I being a bit unfair in questioning that right now when I look at a man that got shut out and wants to applaud his team for doing such a great job losing?
No. Now, Stephen A., fact is he's second place right now in World Cup qualifying. Now, not getting points in Canada means that gap has been closed between third and fourth place, and fourth place being the playoff spot. So you have absolutely any right you want to do in questioning whether or not Gregg Berhalter is the right man for the job. Right now, they are in second place. However, there's major inconsistencies within this team. When they play home and away, you see two completely different teams. When the team is comfortable at home, more often than not, they do dictate the game. But I look at this World Cup qualifying cycle, and I'm going to go use the word he used, dominant, and I can only think of two halves. Mexico at Cincinnati and at Honduras the second half of that. That's it. And so this team's been very consistent in being up and down and not creating enough chances and not scoring a ton of goals with the pedigree of the young player that's playing at some of the biggest clubs in the world. I think it has every right to question whether or not Gregg Berhalter not only can qualify for the World Cup, which I think they do, but more so when the World Cup comes around, is he the right man for the job? This is sports. This is what we do. You have every right to do so, Stephen A.
Man, whenever I want to do that soccer, I reach out to my man, Taylor Twellman. Appreciate you being a part of Stephen A's world. As always, my man, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for watching ESPNFC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.